You ever wonder how much silver you can make per hour by just harvesting tier 2 and tier 3 stone? Well, I'm about to show you, and why does this guy have skinning gear on in in a Martlock area? There's no hide animals here. That's a weird traveler. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this tier 8 equipment, and we're going to gather for 30 minutes and see how much silver we make. I won't be harvesting tier 4 stone because it's pretty much worthless. And let me go ahead and summon a timer on the screen. I did not have this ready before I started talking, but it's pretty quick. I'm pretty quick with things. There we go. We got it. You can see my arrow cursor here. All right. So I'm going to start the timer. And let's dismount. We're going to eat the pork pie. That'll be 30 minutes. And then we shall begin as soon as I consume it. All right. And let's get it. So the route that I'm doing, I didn't do any kind of pre-planning. I didn't do any kind of scouting, but this is just the first take of the day. But essentially what you would do is when you find like a big pile of stones all together, you would open the map, hit print screen so you can get a copy of it, paste it into MS Paint, and then mark it on your map so that you form your own little route, your own little mining route. Because every day the nodes change and jumble up and randomize a little bit. And so it's this is how you would ideally do it. But I just kind of ran around the southern part of the map. I didn't even go to the northern part at all. I just wanted to harvest just the tier 2 and tier 3. And I've been super awake for a very long time. So this is like a video I'm making before bed while it renders. And I'm dozing off as I do this. Even with metal blasting into my ears, like metal music. So yeah, this is a really bad run, but it's still pretty good. All right, and that is 30 minutes, but we're just going to grab these two on the ground. There we go. So 30 minutes of grinding. This is what our inventory looks like. We filled 27 journals, so that's not as many as I normally fill, but we're going to go ahead and journey back. That's 52,000. We'll repair. I didn't mine any enchanted wood or metal, which would complicate the video, so that's a good thing. Now, here's the thing about tier 2 and tier 3 stone, is that, well, all resources really, not just stone. You can't get gathering tomes or any kind of special drops until you start mining, or harvesting rather, tier 4 items. So, no gathering tomes for us. That's just how it is. And what we're going to do now is we're going to do a little bit of math on the screen. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put away these tools, and then I'm going to put away these journals, and then I'm going to put away the daily, because this is just the daily reward for logging in and, getting the 100 challenge points or whatever. I forget the amount. I'm super mega tired. I've been up for 20 hours. So here's a screen, and let me get that timer put away. There we go. And let's do the math. So first off, we have the two values. This is silver per hour with no journals, and silver per hour if you buy the journals, fill them, and then sell them back to the market, assuming the journals cost 500 each, which they don't right now in Bridgewatch. The tier 2 stonecutter journals are 50 or 80 silver. It's pretty ridiculous how cheap they are. But you can see here, this is how I did the math. You take this number, estimated market value, and because I only did 30 minutes of farming, we doubled that, so that would be 628k with no journals at all, which you should always be using journals. And now we have, if we sold this stack of journals, then it's, multiply that number by 2, the cost of the journals by 2, subtract, and then now we have 667k. But what if we were to turn in the journals into laborers? So one journal will give you 57 resources. So we would get 57 limestone times 27, and the hourly value would be 27 times 2. That's 54. And then times 57 would be 3,078 limestone. So let's do that real quick. So we have turned the journals into the laborers, and then 22 hours later we got back 1,539 limestone here, and that brings us to 758,000 silver per hour. But we're not done yet, because not only do we live in Bridgewatch, and for those that don't know, Bridgewatch is the stone refining capital of the game. So when you're in Bridgewatch, you get a stone refining bonus, which is really nice. And unfortunately, there is not a bonus, a daily production bonus for stone. You want 20% stone, preferably. Or, stone gathering over here. It doesn't matter. So, just to show you that I did the gathering without a bonus. Now, the cool thing is that tier 2 materials, any material, can be refined for free. So you can go to any stonemason. It does not matter how much they cost, and we can refine all the tier 2 stone. So we're going to try to, get 1 million per hour here, see if we can make it. We might not. Let's find out. So we're going to go ahead and just refine all of this limestone block. And again, it costs no money to do this. Do not use your focus either, by the way. We're not using focus. I'm going to cut to the part where this is already refined. I'll be right back. Alright, so we finished refining the first set, and because we have that return rate of 36.7 from the town bonus, we can go ahead and refine the next stack, so I'll be right back once again. Alright, second stack's done. We can do the third stack now. Alright, in the fourth stack, you can see that I'm yawning here, but, this one's going to go pretty quick. We're just going to continue to mash it until there's no more raw stone left to refine, because, again, this is all free, and it's more money. So there we go. We did it. We're up to 596k estimated market value, which means per hour is double that. All right, and here you go. This is the math. We are at 1,192,000 silver per hour, just harvesting tier 2 and tier 3 stone, and then in Bridgewatch, refining the tier 2 stone into blocks. So again, this isn't going to work too well for you if you don't live in Bridgewatch. But most people that, man, I'm so tired. Most people that watch my videos live in Bridgewatch. So again, Marlock is like a 7-minute ride away. If you have to gather stone and you live in Marlock, make sure you transport it to Bridgewatch at some point. Though I would personally wait until the 20% bonus day in activities. Like, wait until this is 20% stone. Otherwise, just chuck it all in storage and wait on that fateful day. And again, that's going to increase your profits by, well, 20%. So yeah, there you go. That's how to make 1 million silver per hour with stone mining. And yeah, you need a tier 8 gathering set so that you gather, have a higher gathering yield. You need the pork pie. And you would also want the Avalonian tool. And yes, it's worth the repair bill to use the Avalonian tool. So, because the Avalonian tool gives you that 20% yield bonus. That's absolutely why you want to use it. And then I just use Spike Gauntlets so I can one-shot the stone golems with gravitational collapse. That just means I can harvest their corpses faster. Anyway, that's the video. Also, you earn faction points, which is even more silver, which is going to cover your repairs and your journey back. So that's why I'm not factoring it into the total. But if you really wanted to factor it into the total here, it's still 1 million per hour. You can just cut off that 200k at the end there, and it'll do you just fine. So yeah, that's all I got. Leave a like on the video before you go. Leave a comment too. A real comment. Don't just comment the word comment. Okay? People are gonna think you're like a bot or something. And click the video on the right side of your screen. And if you don't, the next time that you eat a pasta dish specifically, it won't taste as good as you remember it.